Crossing on the wires right now, Sean Diddy Combs is found not guilty on the racketeering conspiracy charge in this federal case.
Yeah, looks like the diddler might be back out on these streets, and 50 Cent just made it real clear that he's not letting Diddy breathe. If Diddy thought that getting out of jail would have 50 Cent off his back, well, he's in for a rude shocker, because 50 Cent is already back on his neck, sending a bold warning to the FBI and hinting that he has some serious dirt on Diddy. And y'all already know that 50's been dragging Diddy for years. But the way he's doubling down now? Yeah, some people are saying that 50 knows way more than he's letting on. So let's break down this latest warning and how this could have Diddy getting arrested all over again. Well, it's safe to say that 50 Cent is officially Diddy's biggest hater. And at this point, he's not even hiding it. He's putting his whole back into it, trying to make sure that Diddy stays stressed, especially now that the verdict just came down in Diddy's case and everybody's talking about it. But here's what happened. The jury came back with a split decision. Diddy managed to beat the biggest charges, racketeering and the sex trafficking charges tied to Cassie. He's not done, and neither is J. Doe. But before y'all start thinking he's about to walk away clean, that's not exactly how this works. The jury still found him guilty on 2 federal counts, both tied to the Mann Act, which basically means transporting people across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. And here's the part that's very interesting. Diddy might have beaten the RICO charges, but those charges still carry some serious weight. We're talking a maximum sentence of 10 years each. So he's still potentially facing up to 20 years behind bars. And if you know 50, then you already know he's making sure that Diddy won't forget it. Let's get into how 50's been applying pressure all over again. Right after the jury's decision dropped, 50 Cent wasted no time clowning Diddy and reminding everybody that he's not done trolling him. First, he jumped on social media with an AI-generated photo of himself writing, "Diddy just told me to tell y'all don't worry about him. He gonna hold it down for real." But he didn't stop there, y'all. The old folks got the AI, and it's beginning to be too much. 50 also posted another message saying, "How do you want to fight if you're fighting someone who's too stupid to know they lost? Just keep hitting them till they stop moving." And listen, if you know anything about 50's history with Diddy, then you already know that's exactly what he plans to do. That man is relentless. Well, then came the real shade. 50 wrote, "Did he beat the feds? That boy a bad man. Beat the RICO. He the gay John Gotti." Now, the trolling about Diddy's sexuality is typical 50 Cent energy, so it's no shock there. But the John Gotti reference, that's where it gets deep. For a little context, John Gotti was one of the most powerful crime bosses in New York as the head of the Gambino family. The feds tried to take him down 3 separate times in the 80s with RICO charges, but he kept beating them and earning the nickname the Teflon Don. But eventually one of his own people flipped, testified against him, and he finally got sent to prison. So 50 comparing Diddy to John Gotti wasn't just for laughs, it was a warning shot. The next thing we knew, 50 Cent took things up a notch and got way more serious. He jumped back online and started to hint that he's got more people, specifically witnesses, ready to come forward with new dirt on Diddy. He wrote, "I was just wondering if there's a hotline number you can call if your old hoe, 20 years later, is still mad. I'm just asking for a friend." But knowing 50, that wasn't just a random post. It was his way of letting folks know that some of Diddy's alleged victims from back in the day are still around, and they're ready to talk. Let's be real for a second, for a millisecond. Y'all already know how wild Diddy's lifestyle was back in the early 2000s and in the 90s. So, if these people really start telling their stories again, it's about to get even messier. But here's the thing, nobody should be shocked that 50 Cent is leading the charge to bring more receipts to light. He's made it his full-time mission to expose Diddy, and he's already got the platform to do it. You remember last year, when 50 announced that he was producing a full documentary series about Diddy, right? The project's already been greenlit by Netflix, and it's been titled, "Did He Do It?" Perfect timing to drop it, 50. But knowing him, he's not just asking questions. He's coming with receipts, testimonies, and everything in between. And now he's teasing a new witness. Yeah, things are only heating up. He also made it clear that he has some receipts the feds never got their hands on. 50 posted, I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he'll file bankruptcy. Now, anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job. Guys, here come the receipts. From the looks of it, 50 wasn't just talking to hear himself talk, because word on the street is he's already making his next move behind the scenes. Allegedly, 50 just sent a formal notice to the feds offering up his private evidence along with new witnesses ready to testify against Diddy. Here's the part that really has fans talking. This new investigation wouldn't fall under double jeopardy. Basically, 50 Cent is claiming to have evidence tied to new crimes that weren't part of Diddy's recent trial, meaning prosecutors could build an entirely fresh case. So even though Diddy recently dodged the biggest charges, this time 50 Cent is trying to make sure the legal heat circles right back around. And knowing 50, he's not stopping until he gets what he wants. One thing about Mr. 50 Cent, he plays the long game. And the way he's moving, it looks like Diddy's legal drama is far from over. Between the witnesses, the receipts, and the Netflix documentary that's already locked in, it's clear 50 isn't just trolling for attention. He's making plans to apply real pressure and hit Diddy where it hurts. Now the question is, will the fans actually buy it? Or will Diddy manage to escape the fallout all over again? Y'all drop your thoughts in the comments below and stick around, because the receipts coming next might just change everything.